Let's see what's coming up for you, Taurus, this month. We're opening it with Temperance in reverse. So maybe there's a way you're feeling a little unbalanced at the beginning of the month. You know, here's balance in reverse. Yep. These two are kind of echoing the same thing, and that actually makes some sense with Uranus just having entered your sign, Taurus. I mean, there's a shakeup in terms of the self, in terms of identity. It may be feeling like there's a revolution happening in your sense of self or your sense of identity, who you are, who you define yourself as, how you portray yourself. You might be presenting a new side of yourself. There may be some shakeups. You may be feeling a little bit rebellious. That's the energy of the planet Uranus. So, you know, if you're opening the month with feeling a little unbalanced, this is Temperance and Balance in reverse. Both major arcana cards make sense in terms of the first house, self and identity, and they're both in reverse. So it's feeling like maybe just a little unbalanced, maybe a little off kilter, maybe not experiencing peace or serenity right now, but that's okay. I mean, the purpose of Uranus is to shake things up, to revolutionize. So it's almost like it's right on time, Taurus, and try to embrace that shakeup, embrace what's breaking open. A lot of times, I use the image of a small chick in an egg for when we're contented and things have been secured, but Uranus energy breaks us out of that shell, and basically it's opening us up to a larger world, to greater horizons, new truths, and it can be a little uncomfortable. But it's all about growth. I do see that you have here at the beginning of the month too, Four of Water, which in this deck is abundance. So I've been reading this card lately as gratitude, being thankful for what you have, for what fills you up. It's a 4 card, so that means stability, and showing gratitude for the things that you have is what can bring you some abundance right now. I also see it followed by the mother of air, which is the Queen of Swords in reverse. And so what this is saying to me is be careful about asserting your boundaries. In reverse, you know, Queen of Air or Queen of Swords can tend to let things slide, or she can be very cutting. She can be overly sharp. So what I'm going to suggest when you see this card is set your boundaries, be clear about what it is that you want and what it is that you are letting in versus keeping out, but do it in a way that is just, you know, logical and pragmatic without being sharp, without being blunt, without being overly sharp is the word I'm going to use. And this could also potentially be an air sign that's figuring in. So it could be a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius that you're not seeing eye to eye with. But I'm really just seeing this as be careful with your words at the beginning of the month, especially if you are feeling in any way emotionally unstabilized or destabilized as these changes are happening. And it's interesting here too, because I do see this new moon that we've got in Gemini is figured in both of these cards in the center right around when that new moon is happening. And this is a card of change. So there are big changes happening for you in June, Taurus, and especially with Uranus having just moved into your sign. But it's a good time to embrace those changes. It's a good time to think of the new things that you want to create as the old things get cast off. I see the Daughter of Earth here in reverse. This is you, Taurus, and this is the younger side of you. So this is normally in the upright position. It means taking your time, having sure footing. It's kind of echoing for me again this theme of maybe not being sure-footed, and this can, in the reverse, can mean rushing. Like, excuse me, not thinking things through, to, you know, moving more rapidly than might be advised. So I'm going to encourage you to really get stable footing before you make any decisions on anything, Taurus, this month. This card can just mean needing to get things in order, needing to take your time with things, and especially in reverse, it's really echoing that. It's also followed by the Daughter of Water and the Two of Coins. So the Daughter of Water is normally Page of Cups, and this is someone who is emotionally somewhat young. It may be going back, Taurus, to looking at what it was that you wanted and what you valued when you were young, is what I'm getting from this. What made your heart leap? What made you joyful? What made you say yes in all capital letters? Because there's changes on the horizon and you can start drawing that to yourself. This new moon in Gemini can really be a time of deciding what it is that you want versus what you don't want. It can be a time of being flexible and adaptable, because that's what Uranus energy really requires of us. And with Uranus in your sign, it may be like you're determining a new self for who you are and what your identity is. And it's a great time, like I said, to begin something new in terms of drawing something to yourself that's of value. Whether that's a quality like patience or strength that you want to draw to yourself, or develop more of that. You can cultivate that over the next 6 months and watch that grow. Or if it's something on the mundane level, like a possession or an asset, it's a great time to say, you know, what is it that I wanted since when I was a child? How can I bring that to myself and plant those seeds and nurture it and watch that change grow and develop? So beautiful, fertile time for you in the middle of the month here, Taurus. And just remember what made your heart sing. That's what Page of Cups is all about. What makes you say yes? What makes you feel joyful and in love and passionate? That energy is showing up for you almost in like a double way here in that new moon. And that's followed by the Father of Air, which is the King of Swords in the tarot. Interesting enough, too, we've got both of these, the Queen of Air and the Father of Air, in reverse. So there may be a battle of wills or a battle of egos happening in a relationship. These are a natural partnership. But with both of them in reverse, what I'm seeing is that words may be getting in the way. In the reverse, he can be very manipulative and she can be very sharp and cutting. So I'm going to invite you, if you are in partnership and there is a battle of the wills or the egos, try to employ some tact, some diplomacy, and really stay clear on maintaining your boundaries. That's what this card is about. And see if you can embrace the higher side of these two cards, regardless of who it is that you're represented by. Because if you can do that, you can avoid a loss here. This card is Ten of Earth, which is wealth. This is something that you've already built up. You've already acquired. This is riches and spoils from good decisions having been made over time. And this is the riches in your domestic life, in your partnership, in your home. Or even if you're not in partnership, this is just things that you've brought to yourself, or money that can be coming into you. That can be blocked if these things remain in reverse. If there is no tact or diplomacy or thought before speech, it can really jeopardize the riches that you have coming to you. This card speaks to underhandedness. So it's letting go of this. Harsh words, criminality, cutting corners, deceptiveness. It can really block a lot of wealth and abundance, whether that's coming from the other person that you're involved with, or if that's any behavior that you're engaging in. Keep in mind that this wants to come to you, Taurus. This is a great month for beginning new things that lead to riches for you. So just seeing that, employ tact, employ diplomacy, be careful with your words, think before speaking is what this is telling me. And then I see you have two cards of beginnings and strength. This card is the Nine of Fire, which means here it's called inner strength. And this is a card also of defending your boundaries. Often this card is depicted as the survivor card, which means getting knocked down and getting back up. Like, even if there are some struggles here, you have the ability to get knocked down and get back up multiple times because of your reliance on your inner strength. Taurus has a natural endurance. You're the symbol of the bull, which is strength. continuing plowing that field, effort, even though there may be resistance. So I'm really liking this card for you here. It's a real card of relying upon your inner strength, even if there is conflict. You have it here. You have the ability to get knocked down, get back up. There's a quote that I love by Samuel Beckett that says, "Ever tried, ever failed, never mind, try again, fail better." And that's really the feeling of this card. It means even if, things are knocking you down, even if you're coming against conflicts, relying on your inner strength can really get you through that, Taurus. So if you are feeling unbalanced or unsteady, just keep forging forward like the bull does in the field. That's you, Taurus. And I see there's the truth here available to you. This is Ace of Swords or Ace of Air in this deck. And it's really, I call this card Truth with a capital T. This is a revelation. This is an aha moment. This could potentially, because it's in reverse, be a truth that you're not wanting to see, especially if someone else is being underhanded towards you. This is Seven of Swords, and here in this deck it's called futility. This means trying to use methods that don't really work. You can see it's a broken spear, a spear with a tip broken here, so it doesn't really work. It doesn't really satisfy its function or purpose. So I'm going to encourage you, Taurus, to try to see the truth that's right in front of you. That's when I see Ace of Swords in reverse. Sometimes it's a truth that's right in front of you that you're trying not to see, and it may be that someone's being underhanded right in front of you, and you're trying to deny it, but it's blocking, security for you. It's blocking wealth and abundance and all the riches that want to come to you. So whether this is you or someone else, Taurus, try to look things directly in the eye at the end of the month, especially as we get that full moon in Capricorn in your 9th house. That's about higher learning. That's about seeing new vistas, seeing new lands, exploring and gaining higher knowledge. So the truth is right. I'm going to say for you at the end of the month, Taurus, the truth is right in front of you. And it's just your job to welcome it and see it. And this could be a new beginning, a new revelation, a new aha moment, where when you can turn this around and let go of anything that feels like shadiness, whether it's you or someone else, look at what's waiting for you. When you remove the resistance, fear, or doubt from these cards, which is why they appear in reverse, you also remove the resistance to this card, which is wealth. So good things coming in for you, Taurus, but you may have to do some work to get to them. I'm really just seeing you need to really steady yourself, show gratitude for what you have. If you're engaging with any ego battles, to operate with tact and diplomacy and think before you speak. In the middle of the month, think about something new that's of value to you that you want to bring to yourself. You may get some clues from your younger self and from who you were as an adolescent and what made you light up, what made you excited and passionate and falling in love. And then towards the end of the month, just rely upon your inner strength. It's going to carry you through any truths that you may not want to face or any ways that you may be feeling ripped off, because there is a big pile of good stuff here at the end. And this could actually be the truth that comes in with that full moon in Capricorn in your 9th house of higher learning. This could be wisdom that comes in, because wealth is a form of wisdom, and the truth here that the universe is trying to hand to you could be that form. Could just be acknowledging what no longer serves you. So that's my reading for you, Taurus, for June. I think it's going to be a really fun, lively, energetic, communicative month. And I'm just going to say enjoy it. Enjoy the Gemini season. Enjoy the summer that's coming. It's a really great month for just going out and spending time with your friends and family and attending parties and whatever it is you do that brings you joy. That's a real good word for this month, is joy.